All right, this will probably be the last one I have time for today. We're on the draw. Wow, this hand is really not great, but I mean it's good, but it's also bad. Like I wish this Glimmer Void was something else, especially if my opponent is on mono red. This might have been a little bit too greedy of a keep here with the two Glimmer Voids, because I will probably lose one. Yeah, yeah. When I lose this Glimmer Void here, yep. Oh, the good thing is I feel like I have a pretty good matchup against mono red. The bad news is I think I'm about to lose this game. My opponent's very aggressive with their clicks here. So if I don't draw land, wow. Let's just go ahead and go. No, I don't want to do that. That seems so lame. But this really is not good. Let's be honest here. This is really bad. I guess I'll take 4 damage. My opponent will double bolt me, and we'll be going to the next game. Even a skull crack. Yeah, so my opponent will take me down to 3. Wow. Fortunately, like I said, post board, think this gets much better. Yeah, let's just go to the next game. Ah, wow. Blown out. Definitely spell skite. Definitely master. Definitely keep welding jar. Thoughtcast too slow. Island not relevant. Let's submit that. I'm not even. Yeah, let's just go to the next game here. That's not worth me creating a separate video. Just bowled over there. Yeah, I'll play first. This hand's much better. Let's keep this. This lets us play a turn 1 cranial, which I'm always a fan of. Yeah, this is just a much better hand. And that's just got much better. So now my opponent will basically have to bolt before I attack now, at least in my opinion. But they don't. So let's go ahead and sack this to Arcbound. Let's play another Mox Opal. So my opponent's probably going to blanket attack here. Going for my Arcbound. Do I care? I'm going to go with no, because I don't think my opponent has anything else in this deck that's capable of killing me. Well, capable of killing a 0/4. So yeah, let's just go ahead. That happens. It's better to do now. My opponent can't then, in response, also kill something else. Yeah, I think that's fine. Maybe I should have equipped that to the one who wasn't attacking, but I think that's okay. I think this is fine. Still have a Galvanic Blast in hand. The superior burn spell. My burn spell can do 4 damage. If my opponent has... Well, now I will go ahead... Actually, let's go ahead and swing first. No. This is interesting. No, let's not do anything yet. Let's just go ahead and swing both and see what my opponent does. He tries to blow up an Ornithopter. Much like that, interesting that he did not go for the Cranial here. Although I guess now my Ornithopter is very vulnerable to a Bolt. But that's... Oh yeah, my opponent just taps out for a Rift Bolt. Alright. Making my opponent waste burn spells is good. But I'm in an awkward position where I can't play this Arcbound Ravager. Next turn I can. So I'm hoping my opponent goes on a Swift Spear plan next turn. Okay. So now I need to draw a land. I'm not going to let that Lavamancer stand. Very bad draw. Might just get blown out by mono red here. My opponent has 3 cards in hand, though. And none of them appear to be burn spells. So that gives me a bit of a reprieve. And I will use it to my full advantage. Drawing a land there was the best possible draw. It allows me to cast Arcbound, and next turn I will be able to hopefully play my Master. Bolts in response. So I could eat a bolt or sack my board. I'm going to just eat the bolt. My opponent is running dangerously low on cards here. Well, as am I, but I have a board presence. My opponent has to rely on top decking cards to send upstairs. Another Mox Opal is good. So let's see, I can go blue, cast that, blue, 1. Now I have a 4/4. Skull Crack is good. So yeah, my opponent really needs top... I mean, what am I saying? My opponent's deck is all burn spells, but my opponent has to do 8 damage. And I just drew another one of those. But now I'm getting to the point where I think I just want to attack. Because yeah, I have my opponent on a 2-turn clock here. Unless my opponent is slow playing 2 more Skull Cracks. Goblin Guide, alright. A second Cranial. I think I go ahead and animate here. And switch Cranial. Yeah, I do this. Because this means my opponent needs a burn spell to kill him. And if my opponent has a burn spell, he's not doing it to me. So yeah. that seemed like, even though that didn't go anywhere, that still seemed like a pretty good play. Also, the cranial doesn't appear to have gone anywhere, so that's one bolt I'm not eating to the face. So my opponent's used 3 lightning bolts now. Well, that makes this easy. Looks like we're going to game 3. Hmm. Did I like that? Yeah, I would say that's probably the best I could do. A little slow, but I think that's okay. I'll see you guys for game 3.